We started in Kaz with the Windenburg royal family. We're going to look at Queen Edmonda of Windenburg. So she's very regal, she's a young adult, she is hot, full of life, marriage material, mystical, gentle, and her aspiration is to be a super parent. So she's really pretty, I think, married to the king. She's a really good queen. She's kind, loyal, gentle, you know. Then we're looking at the king, and he's new page, family orientated, generous, the monarch, and worldly. And his aspiration is a lasting legacy. He's a really good king. Like, he's really popular, especially with the nobles, to be fair. The princess, she's Princess Erling of Windenburg. You might have seen her in my last video that I put on. She's best friends with Emmeline. She's a teenager now and betrothed. She's shy, proper. Can't remember the others. Stunning and bashful. And I think she's got the housewife aspiration. And then we've got Prince Richard of Windenburg, the heir to the throne. Not quite sure how good a king he's going to make if he ages up into an adult, because he's lazy, neurotic, and a scribe, and he wants to be an artistic prodigy. Maybe not the best future king, but we'll see how it goes when he gets there. But no, I like him. So starting at the palace, this is where they live. It's on the lot for the Von Horn lot. I'm using Zerbu's mod so that you can edit it into a residential. So I've got quite a few deco sims on this. The lot is kind of laggy. But yeah, I've got 2 deco sims guards. And then these are from the Little Miss Sim Living Service mod. So I've got maids, I've got nannies. There's also knights, the ladies in waiting, king's advisor, lots of different staff members that live in this palace. And then we've got some more deco sims just out the front, because I liked them, and some deco horses because I thought they were kind of cool. So we're going to go into the palace now and just have a little look around. We've got the sword fighting thing from the royalty pack, can't remember what it's called, and we're going to follow the king's advisor downstairs into the servants' quarters. So we've got all of the servants' quarters, they live downstairs, this is their entrance, and there are quite a few of them living there. As you can see, I'm trying to take you downstairs. I get a bit lost in the build. I do get lost consistently throughout this video because it looks really different when I'm filming it from that angle than the angle I normally use. But their entrance is hidden in the walls. We're going to go downstairs and have a little look around. So yeah, this is where all the servants live, all your knights, and the prince is down here causing havoc, making a mess, not tidying it up, probably because he's lazy. So we've got a knight, and he is currently in the king's advisor's room, not his own room. And then we've got bedrooms for each of the ladies in waiting, because they would have typically been noble women. Going to court would have helped them find a husband. Across the hallway, this is where our maids, nannies, etc. live. I don't think anyone lives in this room, but just they're kind of cozy, you know, small, cozy little rooms. And then we've got the dungeons along here as well, just so you can see through the doors. So some cool little dungeon beds, skeletons in there. Perfect for a palace if you need to, for some prisoners. So, and then we've got like an Iron Maiden thing there that kind of works. I don't know what those 2 empty rooms are for, which is probably what I'm pointing at them. So I don't know why they're there. There's no doors going into them. Don't know why I put them there. I'm sure I had a reason. We're going to enter now into the main palace as another one of the maids is coming out into the main palace. We're going to have a little look around. The first room that we come to is going to be the throne room, if I can find my way in there while the ladies in waiting walk past. This is the throne room. We've got chairs for people to come along if he's, you know, hosting an event to speak to people. And you've got his throne, and then the chairs either side. One is for the Queen, one is for the heir. They've got a podium, fireplace, just, you know, a little cozy throne room. There are flags everywhere because their colour is red. They're all wearing red, and there are red flags everywhere around here. So after that, we're in the banquet hall. I have got a photo of a different royal family from one of my saves up in there. We'll replace that at some point. I think they are the Tartosa royals because they're all in blue and that's their colour. But we've got two like big statues here, which I imagine were a gift from another realm. Another king maybe gave it to them. Maybe one of the royal families that's got some sort of a connection with them or an alliance with them. We can walk into the kitchen now, which I actually love. I think I spent far too much time building and cluttering this kitchen up. But we've got a knight that's sitting there just eating, who is also pregnant, and that baby's going to go in a minute because my knights are not pregnant. They're here to protect the king and queen. I don't know if you got abducted. There has been a few alien abductions, and I have been deleting those pregnancies because I don't want aliens running all around my medieval save. So we're just going to end that quickly. And then we're going to carry on looking at the kitchen. So we go through the door. That's where we've got sort of the food storage area. So this has got like sort of all sacks of grains, vegetables, fish, you know, everything that the royals need to keep the royal household going. Like I said, there are a lot of people in this castle. They have guests come to stay. They have events. They need a lot of food for that. They've got an ale thing that barrels of ale, they all work, function, so you can go and get a drink of ale. After that, we're going to go to the, well, I'm still slightly obsessed with the knight and I follow him around for a little bit. But after that, we're going to go to the grand ballroom. And they have hosted a few balls recently because their youngest son has recently got betrothed to the king and queen, well, Princess of Tartosa. She's a child. She came along. It's in one of my videos where, you know, they had a big party, celebrated the engagement. Obviously, they're still children, so they won't be getting married until they age up. But both their children are betrothed. They were betrothed as children, made for political deals. So most of the royals in my game are already betrothed to somebody. But yeah, we've got two different dance floors in here. So we've got the one from Regency Romance, which I can't remember who made it because it's a different mod. And then we've got the one from the Royalty and Legacy pack as well. And then another deco sim that sings in the corner. And all the harps are functional. They're Jane Simpson, functional harps. So they all work as well. We're now upstairs on the next floor, and you can see one of the Queen is talking to one of her ladies in waiting. Another maid. I wanted the castle to feel busy, to feel lived in, and so I just stuck loads of roommates and stuff in. We go into sort of the private quarters now, which is where the king might host a visiting dignitary. They have coffee. I don't know why both the nannies are sitting here in their nighties. It is nighttime in the game, so whether they've been to sleep and then decided they wanted to come and talk to the king. I mean, the prince did just walk out and he was downstairs earlier in the servants' quarter throwing paint everywhere. So maybe they came upstairs to complain, which in my opinion, fully fair. That prince is really naughty. He's left mess everywhere downstairs. Not very regal. We're in the bathroom next. I was trying to get a good angle. I gave up, as you can see, and just moved it around. Literally, it's a bath by a fireplace. Got a toilet and a sink. Every room does have a toilet and a sink in it because I got a mod that lets you sponge bath. So, and the rocking horse in this room is also functional. But yeah, this is the prince's room, which if I ever get a good angle and you can see it, you'll be able to tell. He's got his toys in there. So it's a nice little room for a prince. And sponge bath, play on his horse, play with his toys, got a sword and a shield because he is also like a scribe. page, whatever it is like, you know, he goes to night school, basically, learning to be a knight. His dad's made him do that so that he can learn how to be a good king, basically. We're going to look in each of the bedrooms. They're not that exciting, to be honest, but we'll have a little look anyway. This is just a spare room. I think it was the king's sister's room. She's moved out now. The king found her husband, so she's gone to live with him. And I won't tell you who her husband is because I don't want to spoil it, because it will be in the next one of my Ultimate Decades episodes that I've been making. But we're going to live there, go in another room, which again is just another spare room. It's more or less exactly the same. You've got your sink to do your sponge bath, some towels on the side, set up again for royal visitors maybe that would come and stay here. I think this is where the King and Queen of Tartosa stayed when they came to visit. And then the last room on this level is the princess's bedroom, which is again really nice and cozy. I haven't put too much clutter in the bedrooms because I'm not going to be playing here all of the time, and if I'm not really going to be in the bedrooms, but there's a little activity for her to do, which I think is that flower pressing. I think somewhere there is cross stitch in the castle, so they'll do that. If anyone can think of any other good medieval activities for me to give people, that would be good, because I do run out of ideas. So then we've got some bookshelves, because again, royalty, they'd all be able to read. The princess goes to finishing school. Son is, like I said, training to be a knight. And then we've got some more deco sims just on that balcony, because in my head that's where the king and queen will come out, address the masses. We're in their bedroom now. They've got a functional book that allows them to pray, a crown, again another harp, because the queen does like to play the harp. The prince is like literally wandering around this whole castle doing God knows what. He's just everywhere. Considering he's lazy, he's walked around this whole castle. So this is their bedroom. They've got a bath, they've got a crib, because the queen is pregnant. So we'll see what they have and if they both survive. I hope so, because I actually really love this royal family. So yeah, this is Windenburg Palace, basically.